Stockport have equalised. Let's have a look at all three. Dennis Irwin, you were quite right there. Andy Ritchie, the middle bit was Peter Reid, the nose of Peter Reid, the Manchester City player-manager. Right, on to Burnley, and the remaining categories are derby games, going Dutch, and Centurions. Which one of those three categories would you like to answer questions on?
Derby games.
The oldest local derby in an English city first took place in the 1892-93 season. In which city?
Nottingham.
Absolutely right. Forest against the oldest club in the country, Notts County. Which Scottish derby game takes place either at Dens Park or Tannadice Park?
Dundee United, Dundee.
That's right. The 1963 League Cup final was a local derby. Which two teams were involved in it?
Aston Villa and Birmingham.
City winning 3-1. Well done, you're right. 3 out of 3. Let's go for goal. Nip and tuck. Let's see if Burnley can regain the lead. It's 2-2 at the moment. Another composite photograph, gentlemen. 3 football characters. You got all 3 right, so we only need to know one of them, actually. You can have a go for 1, 2, or the 3. Only need one. Go on, Jim.
Paul Ince. Number 1. Top.
But you might as well have a go at the other 2.
I don't know.
Ince might not be right. So you're sticking with Ince?
We're struggling with the other ones. So
OK,
we'll
right. You're trying for 1, you're trying for Paul Ince. Let's see if you're right.
It's a goal!
That is flying by the seat of your pants. Paul Ince, quite right. The other 2, Jimmy. Dario Gradi and Bobby Mims. But all they needed was 1, and 1 they got. So the score at the end of round 3, Burnley 3, Stockport County 2. Into the last quarter, and there's just 1 goal in it. Burnley 3, Stockport 2, and it's all-out attack from here on in. Quick-fire questions to be answered on the buzzer. Answer wrongly, and the question goes to the other side. All it takes to go for goal is to get 3 right, so there could be quite a few good scoring opportunities before the final whistle. Here we go. Fingers on the buzzers. You ready, gentlemen? Which ex-Blackburn player was Scotland's manager in the 1978 World Cup? Burnley, Leighton.
Ali McLeod.
Is correct. Who scored a hat-trick for Blackpool in the 1953 FA Cup final? Burnley, Leighton.
Stan Mortensen.
Is correct. Which Everton player played his only international against Malta in 1971? Burnley, Leighton.
Colin Harvey.
Is correct. That's 3. Let's go for goal. Name the scorer.
Steve Bull.
Absolutely right. That means it's Burnley 4, Stockport 2. Fingers back on the button. Let's crack on. Which club did Bill Shankly manage from 1956 to 1960? Burnley, Leighton.
Huddersfield Town.
Is correct. Which former Crewe player played for Juventus in 1993? Stockport. Peter.
David Platt.
Is correct. On which island was John Barnes born? Burnley, Jimmy.
Jamaica.
Is correct. Which North West club plays home games in tangerine shirts? Stockport, David.
Blackpool.
Is correct. Which team played in 4 consecutive Charity Shield games in the 1980s? Burnley, Jimmy.
Arsenal.
Is incorrect. I can pass that over. Stockport, David.
Liverpool.
Incorrect. Everton. Which Yugoslavian team won the European Cup on penalties in 1991? Burnley, Leighton.
Red Star Belgrade.
That's 3. Let's go for goal and name the scorer. Can you name the scorer for a 5-2 lead?
Maurice Johnson.
Absolutely right. Maurice Johnston playing for Scotland. It's Burnley 5, Stockport 2. From which club did Liverpool sign goalkeeper Mike Hooper? Burnley, Leighton.
Wrexham.
Is correct. Which Blackburn player captained England on 5 occasions in 1959 and 1960? Burnley, Jimmy.
Clayton.
Ronnie Clayton is correct. Which country hosted the 1988 European Soccer Championships? Burnley, John.
Germany.
Is correct. That's 3. Let's go for goal and name the scorer. Can you name the scorer?
Ralph Coates.
For Spurs against Norwich in the League Cup final, that's Burnley 6, Stockport 2. An absolutely brilliant last round. On which island was Matthew Le Tissier born? Well, the answer to that one was Guernsey. We've just heard the final whistle and the final score. A tremendous win for Burnley by 6 goals to 2 against Stockport. Absolutely exhilarating last round, particularly by Leighton, but commiserations to Stockport because you were so close going into the last round. To Peter, to David and to Ken, thanks very much. Have you enjoyed yourselves?
Yeah, we were robbed.
But Ken, in fairness, I mean, if they were whipping round better buys at that speed with the old filler trolley, I mean, that would be pretty good. You'd lose a fortune.
I would indeed. What can I say? I'm a broken man.
Ladies and gentlemen, some super sports, Stockport County. Well, very well done indeed to Burnley. I can't say it often enough. An exhilarating last round performance. Jimmy Mullen, you must be very proud of your team. That was terrific stuff.
Well, I think the thing that worried us to start with coming here today was the fact that John and I had only been recently at Burnley for the last 2 or 3 seasons, so we depended a lot on Leighton, and we thought that he was going to come through with the Burnley questions, but obviously he's come through very well in the general knowledge as well, so we're delighted with him. He
scored more tonight than he's done in 3 spells.
He did actually say that, actually, when he mentioned the last question.
More than nil.
Anyway, well done, and well done in particular, Leighton. Great form. Well, we look forward to seeing Burnley again in our quarter-finals in just a few weeks' time, and I hope that you'll join us again next week when 2 more North West football clubs will go for goal. So that's full time until next time. From everyone here, goodbye.